Good day, YouTube. I hope you guys are having a great day. We're gonna have a banger video today, an exciting video today. We're gonna do part 2 of the logos series that I'm doing. This time it's gonna be about the NFL logos. Before we start doing the countdown, I'm gonna give you an interesting fact. Have you ever known that the NFL logo, obviously it's not what we know it today when it first started in 1940. It basically symbolized the 25 teams it started with. It had 25 stars and 4 red stripes and the letters NFL in red. I bet you didn't know that. So let's get started with the countdown. My number 32 team in the countdown, the Washington Commanders. Why would I put the Washington Commanders as number 32? Plain and simple, it's a red W with a yellow outline. Yes, that doesn't signify a military background, but I would have added at least 3 or 4 stars or a sword of some kind to make the logo stand out more. That's why the Washington Commander logo is at number 32. Number 31, the logo I have at number 31 is the Cleveland Browns logo. It's named after Paul Brown, which is a significant figure in the Browns history, and it's just a red, it's an orange helmet. I would have done it like the dog, because the Cleveland Brown fan section is called the Dog Pound, and that's what I would have done it instead of just a plain orange helmet. They've decided to do that ever since Paul Brown brought the franchise into the NFL. That's been their logo. It's just plain to me, and that's why they're at number 31. Number 30, the Cincinnati Bengals. It's an orange hat with Bengal stripes. I would have put a Bengal tiger on there with a menacing face to make it more interesting, except the way they have it, which is orange with stripes on it. They've done the white version of the helmet, which is white with black stripes on it, and they've also done a alternative uniform, which is all white, and they've used it in the past. 29, the Kansas City Chiefs logo. It's basically an arrowhead with the KC logo on it, and it's all in red. This logo kind of makes sense because the stadium is named Arrowhead, but I would have done something more significant instead of just an arrow, just KC in it. That just to me is plain, and you gotta make it more eye-catching, more eye-popping. Number 28, the Chicago Bears logo. It's basically a copy of the Cincinnati Reds logo. It's a C. In this case, it's orange C on top of the black helmet. I would have preferred that they actually do a bear on it and then a menacing bear, but they decided to copy the Cincinnati Reds logo basically, and it's just plain to me. You have to make it more catching and eye-popping, these logos, because it's not only a logo, it becomes a trademark of the organization and the league overall. 27, it's basically the letters spelled J-E-T-S, the Jets. I would have preferred they stuck with the old logo of 1987 through 91, where it had a football and the letters J-E-T-S on it. To me, that looks better. Or if they went to some form of a jet symbol instead of just letters bolded out and things like that. Number 26, the Chargers logo. It's basically a lightning bolt. It's nice, but it's plain and simple. I mean, I guess there's no other way to explain that. I would have made it more visible and accentuated, and it's a nice logo, but that's why I have it at number 26. Number 25, the Patriots logo. I like the old 80s logo where it had the Patriot with the football on it. They currently have the Patriot with the hat and the red, white, and blue on top of a gray helmet. I just like the old-fashioned logo where, again, the Patriot was hiking the ball and it had the red, white, and blue colors. Patriot, I don't like the current Patriot. I would have gone back to the 1980s logo. The Dolphins logo, it's sitting at number 24. It's nice and clean, but I like the old logo again. I like the fighting dolphin with the helmet on it. This one is just a dolphin, a very subtle dolphin going through the orange ring of the sun. And I don't like it. I would have gone back to the old logo where it was basically a fighting dolphin with a helmet, and I think it was orange M or green M, but I preferred the 80s logo on it. I hope they eventually go back to that old logo. Many people have been wanting that old logo back. Number 23, the Green Bay G. It's basically the G, a white G with a yellow outline and a green outline. That's an iconic logo, but it's just plain, very plain to me. So that's why they're sitting at number 23. Number 22, the Arizona Cardinal logo. This is the first bird they have. It's just not very artistic. It's just a plain cardinal. I would have it, the eye sticking out more and making it more mean. That's why they're sitting at number 22. Number 21 is the New York Giants N and Y. It's basically the N and Y outlined in red. And again, going back, I would prefer the old Giants logo where it had the Giant name all bold out in white, and that just was a more clean, eye-popping, eye-catching logo. 20, the Ravens logo. The Ravens logo, again, I would make the bird a little more eye-popping, eye-catching. It's just a bird head, a raven on it with a bee on it, and to me, that is not eye-popping at all. I would make the bird stick out more and make the raven more menacing. That's what I would do in that case, but that's why they're sitting at number 20. The Eagles logo sits at number 19 on my countdown. Basically, it's the Eagles word being spelled out. I would have gone back to the old logo that they had of the eagle head. That looked mean and nice, and it was popping. Having the word Eagles just popping, it's kind of silly to me, unless they would add colors to it. It's just white, and I would have maybe done it in green. Number 18, the Jacksonville Jaguars logo. It's basically just a Jaguar head. It looks nice, but I would have done more details on the Jaguar. Maybe make it in a hunting form. Numbers 17 is the Panthers logo. Again, I would add more details to it. It's a nice looking logo. It's a nice panther head. Again, I would probably have a panther maybe trying to hunt something down or make it more menacing in that opinion, and make it more eye-catching and an eye-pop. Just a panther head doesn't catch my eyes. Number 16 is an iconic logo of the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions logo is basically, the lion looks kind of cartoonish in my opinion. They could have made it more original, more lifelike. That would have been nicer, but it's iconic. That's why people know it. It's been around since 40s and 50s. Oh, actually, they've added more detail to it. I would change it a little bit to make it more eye-catching. That's just my opinion. Number 15, the San Francisco 49ers logo. The San Francisco 49ers logo is basically the story of the people finding gold in the 1950s down in San Francisco, and it's an S and F. Make it change a lot, but they're called the Niners because of the gold digging in the 40s and 50s and the early 1900s, and that's why they're called the 49ers. 14, the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks bird, it looks menacing. They're sitting at number 14 for a reason. I wouldn't change this logo for anything. Maybe just a little more detailed with the eye and maybe the beak. Outside of that, I would have kept it the same. Number 13 is the LA Rams new logo, which is basically an L and an A with the horn, with the ram horn going around the A and swooping down through the L. I would have kept the old 80s logo where there was actually a menacing ram on the helmet, but they decided to go with a sleeker logo. I don't like it at all. That's just my 2 cents on that. The Tennessee Titans logo, it's basically a T with fire in the back of it. I liked when they were called the Houston Oilers logo. It was more clean. They basically had a oil tower on it, and it had the words Oilers on it with the red and blue outline and white outline on it. The T with the fire looks kind of nice. I would have made the T a little bit bigger and the fire more detailed, but it's a decent logo. Number 11, the Broncos logo is just a Bronco on the helmet. I would have preferred if they kept the 1980s logo, which was the Bronco on inside the D. It looked nicer to me, in my opinion. The Bronco head has more detail, and it's within the colors of the Denver Bronco franchise, but again, going back to old school, would have preferred the 1980s logo on it. The number 10, the Houston Texans logo, it's basically the Hook'em Horns logo with the colors of the Texas flag and the star, one star of the Lone Star State, the Texas star. It's a nice logo, but I would have made it more detailed, maybe put eyes on it, maybe make it look like a bull, but that's why they're sitting at number 10. Number 9, the Oakland Raiders logo. There's nothing to say about the Oakland Raiders logo. It's very iconic. It has its own brand already, even with them switching cities from Oakland to LA, back to Oakland, back to LA. They still have a big fan base. I would not touch that logo. Number 8, the Tampa Bay's logo. It's basically a skull and swords on a red flag. I would have done a pirate face. I like the fact that they changed the colors from the putrid colors they had in the 1980s. I would have done it more like a pirate. The Sans logo, basically the Sans logo has some French influence, and it's because they follow the French influence that they have in the logo, which is that they follow their list is within their logo, and that's because of the New Orleans has a lot of French influence. The city has a lot of French background in it, and it's a nice logo. The Colts logo is plain and simple, which sits at number 6, just because it's very iconic. It's basically just a gold hoof. And Colts are baby horses, basically. Would I have put a baby horse on there? Maybe, but it's already iconic. It's been around for years, since the 60s and 70s. So, I mean, why change what is working already? The Steelers logo, basically, it is a revamped logo of the 60s and 70s. The 3 stars have to do with the Steeler company that the Steelers logo eventually embraced, and the 3 colors of steel, which are yellow, red, and blue, of the company that they decided to follow and embrace. That's why there is the 3 stars. Number 4, who cannot be caught with the Dallas Cowboy star. It's basically a blue star with a white outline, but that's very, very iconic. It's been around for a very long time, and many players have played for the Dallas Cowboys. Number 3, it's basically a falcon, but if you look at the falcon, you can see the letter F within the falcon, and it's very detailed. So that's why they're sitting at number 3. Number 2, the very iconic Buffalo Bills logo, which is a buffalo in the colors of the Buffalo Bills organization, red, white, and blue. And that's a very iconic logo. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. Sitting at number 1 is the Minnesota Vikings logo. It's a very detailed Viking. Could have had the eyes more eye-popping and make it more detailed, and put maybe something around the Viking to make it look, it looks like a Viking, but just add more detail and make it look more menacing. That's my countdown, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Always remember to like, share, and subscribe. Always remember, stay on your grind. You're one of a kind. You're unique. And like always remember to like, share, and subscribe. And share this with your grandparents, your parents, your cousins, your aunts, your dogs, and your toilet if you wanted to. Have a nice day. Till next time, YouTube. Peace.